Hello friends of the TwinTalksBallet YouTube channel. I really appreciate that you guys are here watching this video, especially after me taking quite a break from YouTube. It's been quite a few weeks, so I'm really happy to be back on here today, and I was first going to just openly share something in my video today, as I usually do, just, talking freely, but then I got inspired and ended up sitting down for the last 45 minutes and writing an essay that I'm going to share with you guys. So we'll see what comes of this video. I might have some cool montage type things going on. Sorry, I'm distracted because I need to make an introduction. Okay, this is Constantine, the newest member of the Kemp household. So, yes, I live with my twin sister Kelsey now, and it's been so amazing. As I think I've shared this in one of my past videos, but anyway, that is her cat Constantine, and I love him, and he's so cute. Anyway, so there's so much cat hair flying, but what I'm going to do today is share with you this essay on the power of releasing control, and I was inspired to do this based off of my own personal development ventures these days. This is something I've really been trying to step into, and what better time is there to share than when it's fresh and personal. So there's that, and I was also inspired because I teach ballet quite a lot now, and I love what I do, and I love working with the students, but I noticed that what inhibits the students' growth the very most is when they are clearly afraid to be experimental and try new approaches or techniques or anything that I present to them for fear of failure or not meeting their own expectation. And I sense there is this carefulness in the way that they approach not just their dancing, but the way they communicate, the way they're living. And this is understandable when you are in your adolescence, but it's definitely not a way of life that we're all resigned to. So I'm inspired to share about what I've been learning in the realm of releasing control, and this is not just for ballet dancers, but really for everybody. So I'm excited to share it, and I hope that you do enjoy it. And by the way, for my lovely and faithful Patreon, I almost said subscribers, patrons, who have been still contributing financially to this channel over the last 2 months, about that I've taken a break, I am going to submit the typed version of this essay for those of you who give financially, so that you can save it, come back to it, enjoy it, take your time with it, whatever you want, just as another gift from me to you. So let's do it. Control is often seen as a very desirable trait to have in life. I argue that we should release control and replace it with curiosity, reason, and response. Control is often synonymous with mastery and avoidance of failure, but what I've noticed is that it actually prevents many of us from true pleasure and results beyond what we thought was possible. Setting the expectation that you're to be in control of every aspect of your life leads to the overwhelming burden of then being directly responsible in your mind for every outcome, whether that be good or bad. That, my friends, is a recipe for a constant stream of mental and physical stress. I thought that control worked for me for a long time until I realized that being in control meant that I had a very strict definition of how my life should play out. Anything outside of that box was a stressor. When I simply chose to manage myself and release control over every expectation I had, I miraculously did not feel out of control, at least for very long. Instead, I realized that the box I'd constructed in my mind of success in the life and in each day only kept the amazing things that existed outside of my imagination tightly sealed out. When you approach something like ballet with an addiction to controlling every aspect of your performance, you often stick with one behavior pattern that you perceive works for you and never release it. No matter what new instructor or mentor comes into your path with a new approach that you can learn from, you'll be tempted to be skeptical of any invitation to adapt your approach. which is a behavior that will limit your ability to grow and to find authentic personal success. I encourage all of you to accept the power of thoughtfulness, having intentions, and choosing to respond rather than to react, using these behaviors as a replacement for an addiction to control. I encourage you to choose a life of having the faith to look for the opportunities or surprising gifts hidden within each day. Rather than being imprisoned by your own expectations, set intentions to embark on a path, intentions for the way you will show up, permission to modify your approach when you feel prompted to do so, permission to see failure as the most precious and sacred form of feedback. There is the most beautiful, joy-filled life waiting for you when you decide to constantly look for the divine invitations to do more or to see more possibilities in each day. Rather than defending what you think you know, will you join me in this life of surrender, awe, and discovery? In this state, and this state only, is where we tap into a power greater than ourselves. So, friends, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope something from that essay settled with you and just gave a little bit of light or inspiration for an intention you can set for this week, or even this evening, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I want you to know that I'm really grateful for all of your views, your support, and your openness to listening to just whatever I have to share, whenever I share it, because we all know that's sporadic. But actually, I will say that I have an exciting video coming up with Jess Spinner from The Whole Dancer. I'll be promoting the Dancer's Best Body program again coming up, so that will be the next video, a little interview between me and her, or conversation really. And those are always wonderful, so I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss the next video, and thank you again for being here. I'll see you soon. Adios.